Climate change is killing 150,000 people a year, according to the World Health Organization. 15 years from now, this will rise to 250,000 every year. Climate change is no longer a matter of politics and economics. When hundreds of thousands of people are dying, it's a matter of morality, of what's right and what's wrong. At 250,000 deaths a year, 95,000 children will starve to death, and 38,000 elderly will die in heatwaves every year. Australia's elderly are suffering more from heatwaves than most. Our children are facing more danger as floods and fires threaten our suburbs and as tropical diseases move further south. Most of us have kids and elderly family members or know someone who does. It's something we have in common. Just like climate change, we have that moral crisis in common too. In a political crisis, we agree on broad goals and debate the best way forward. Politics can become complicated, heated, ridiculous, even noble. But in the end, it's just politics. In a moral crisis, none of this complication exists. In a moral crisis, there are people working to prevent suffering, and there are people working to perpetuate it. Whereas ignoring a political crisis is unwise, ignoring a moral crisis is immoral. The world's 1.2 billion Catholics are now confronting the moral challenge of climate change since the Pope's recent announcement on the subject. Preserving the sanctity of the natural world is one of the principal challenges facing humanity. And we are failing in our moral obligation as stewards of the earth. But it's not just 1.2 billion Catholics about to focus on doing the right thing. From the time we're children, we're all taught to care for what we have. The Australians who came before us did their part to care for this country. We can be grateful for what they've done. Australia is a unique and special place, and as our hot and dry continent bears the brunt of climate change, we can take pride in continuing the work of the Australians who came before us. This is our challenge and our time to do the right thing. By rejecting fossil fuels in favour of renewable energy, by reducing waste, by caring for what we have. The moral choice is ours to make. It's no longer enough to be the lucky country. The times demand that we be the good country too.